All right, Happy New Year. I know I haven't posted anything in a while. It took most of December off just to essentially spend time with the family, do a little bit of traveling. And right now it is the 2nd of January, and I am out here at Fellsmere. I just caught a few this morning, nothing big. And right now there's a bedded fish right here. I want to see if I can get it. So I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. I don't know if that'll work or not. But she's down there on a bed. She's not very big. It's probably like a 2.5 pound fish maybe. But the biggest fish I've caught so far is probably a nice 3-4 pound fish. I really came out here to see if they'd be bedding right now. And we've got this one right here. She's probably an early bedder. Some of the other fish I caught were just swimming around. They're still pushing bait fish and whatnot. And she may have been caught already. She doesn't want anything to do with this bait. And I'm not going to mess with her. She's not worth messing around with. But so yeah, so the fish are out definitely spawning. Or getting kind of into that mode. There's another bed over here. These look empty though, so I don't know if these are old beds or what. But yeah, I want to get started on the KBF State Challenge and get a good leap on that. Sunshine Trail's coming up. Preparing for that. First stop's Okeechobee at the end of this month. So I'm excited. I got a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully this year, you know, I can get out and do a little bit more fishing here and there. I definitely want to go and hit some of the spots during the spawn here in Orlando, because the water up there is just crystal clear and you can see the fish on beds. You can kind of target the big ones. And it's cooler, so a lot of the sports crafts will be off the water, which is good for us fishermen. Now today's a little bit warmer though. It's going to be 80, low 80s today, I think. 10-12 mile an hour winds this afternoon. We got a front coming in. It's going to make this weekend pretty cold. But let's get out there. Let's have some fun. Let's see if I can't catch a couple monsters. I've got 2 okay fish so far, and I want to see if I can find some of those big pre-spawn brutes. Okay, so I've seen 2 or 3 fish on beds here, and nothing big. I did see one behemoth still go underneath my boat. I'm talking probably a 8-pounder. It's not a small fish. I don't know if they run a bed or not though. I did kind of go over one back here, but I don't think that fish was on a bed. This little guy, probably a little male. Being really aggressive about it though. I do want to see if I can find that big one. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. I'm assuming that it's going to get a lot better when the water warms up too here. Probably this afternoon. I'm going to be out here, bugs everywhere, most of the day, so. Oh, that's a good fish. Never mind, it's a better fish. Just hit it really hard. So these fish are definitely pre-spawn mode. Nice and fat. 2 guys I talked to back at the ramp said they came out the other day, fished, and they didn't see anything on beds. They were fishing the stick marsh side. Didn't see anything on beds, but they definitely said that the fish that they caught were full roe. Let's give the old topwater a go. Caught one good one on topwater. The other one was on worm. That one there was on a swim bait. This little guy. Now what I'm done here is I'm in between like a flat that goes into the deeper water on the canal on the other side, and the water over here, which is it's not super deep. They're mostly, I figured what they're going to be doing is pushing up on one area to spawn, start pairing up, start getting their territories marked out, that kind of thing. guy. They're probably stacked in here. I'm okay with that. I'll spend all day fishing here. When this place is on, it's on. Oh, that's okay. Quick release. Might have to sift through a couple little ones though. That's not a little good. I'm not worried about the little ones getting off at all. I'm worried about it when a 20+ inch fish get off. Little guy. Oops, sorry, bud. Colors on the fish are actually really nice this morning. If it's because of the colder water. Really pretty looking fish. There was something big cruising around down here earlier. Now, these could be tilapia too. I mean, I've seen a bunch of tilapia, a bunch of fry going there. So there's a big tilapia there. Someone's cruising over there. Doesn't mean that it's necessarily bass, and that's the one thing that kind of makes this a pain. So I don't want to sit here and throw all day at tilapia. I finally found one. Not huge. All right. This is a good fish. It's not huge. It's not bad either. Alright. That's probably the biggest one of the day. Okay. Not a bad fish. 18.5 inches. Nice and healthy. Gonna jump. Oh, alright. Wow. So I came over this hydrilla edge here. I mean, those fish are probably 2 or 3 pounds. And that bass has another fish in its gullet. The tail is as big as the bass's mouth. Let me get anchored down here and see there's some fish on this canal here. Trying to get out of the wind a little bit. It's just a tad bit brutal. Alright, well, I didn't catch anything. I only saw a few little bass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way back up the center canal here. And I'm going to go back up to where I was looking at those beds and stuff. And I think the fish might be kind of grouped up on the outside of that still. So I'm going to fish my way back up there and hopefully I run into something good. Because I would like to have a couple of nice fish on the board today. Alright, just going to do what I did before. There's a bunch of beds right here. There's tilapia on that one. I'm kind of cruising a little bit quick for to do what I want to do here, but I'm assuming most of these fish are back in here picking out their spots. There's one. That's not a bad fish. If I can get him over this hydrilla. I am hooked onto somebody else's line? How's this working out? Let's see here. Somebody else's braid or something. Where'd it go? Alright, let me release him and get this line cleaned up. So here's somebody else's line. Looks like braid. It's braid. Let me get anchored and figure out what this is here. Don't need this floating around in here. I mean, as long as we're not hooked onto a gator on the other side, I think we're okay. Like how much? Jeez Louise. Like an entire spool worth. Look at that. No, it's not. And I set the hook, he thought he was way bigger. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep going up through here. It's been a pretty good day of fishing. You know, I didn't catch the big ones that I want, but I still got plenty of time. So hopefully I can there's a tilapia nest. I can see the tilapia on it. Hopefully I can catch a few good ones here. If not, you know, there's other days. Just the start of the month, start of a brand new year. Hopefully everybody's new year was great, and I'll catch you guys in the next video then. Oh no! Okay, so I came back. Thought about going somewhere else today, but after that heartbreak, I missed 2 good fish the other day out here. And this morning has not been any better. I missed 1 big one this morning, one that felt decent, and then I had a break off on another one that felt pretty good. And it's just not been the start to the 2020 fishing season that I'd hope. But I'm out here because the fish are on beds. If they're not on beds, they're getting close to it. I've caught several nice looking fish today. Really all I'm doing is coming up here to see if I can get any more, or hopefully catch those ones I missed earlier. Now, all I'm doing is I'm swimming, because it's too windy right now and cold to kind of see the fish sitting on bed. So what I'm doing is I'm swimming a big swim bait with an underbelly on it, and I'm swimming it slow. Today is completely different than it was a couple days ago. It was nice in the 80s. Today the high is 60. It feels more like 50, 55. The wind is blowing. My feet are cold, which sucks. I've got my jacket on, face mask, and I thought about not recording just because the wind is so bad. I thought, yeah, there's no way. But I've had some really good hard hits, and the fish are, if they're not feeding, they're getting really territorial. So I don't want to miss out on catching a big one, especially here. It's a bass right there on a bed. The wind is supposed to stay pretty consistent throughout the day, so that sucks, but the wind is blowing from the northwest, and I need to head that direction to go back. It's not ideal. So all the fish I've been catching are not in the normal spots that I normally would be at fishing here. The majority of the fish I've been catching are pushed up shallow. The big one I missed this morning was up against the shoreline. They're definitely in that mode where they're either on beds or they're getting ready to be on beds. It's that time of year anyway. So now's a good time, especially for bank fishermen. If you're looking to catch a big fish, now's a great time to do it, because they're up there looking for those prime locations, looking for anywhere that's, you know, out of the wind. Oh, I don't know if that was a hit or not. Out of the wind, shallow water, anywhere from I would say 3 to 8 feet is usually ideal, and they're pairing up. Most of the smaller fish you're going to catch right now are going to almost all be males. Those big females are getting ready to. There's a bed right there. Nothing. There's another one over there. Another 2 over there. Alright, so if you can, I don't know if you can see it, but here's a pocket, and I can see a bed. I don't know if it's one that's in use. But what I've been doing is just whenever I get to a pocket, let it drop down. Move it around a bit. Doesn't look like there's a fish on that one. My fingertips are numb. There's a hole right here. There's a fish on that bed. Turn around and smack this. Little female, little male. Oh, right there. I brought it past him and he turned around and smacked it. It's that hard for not being a big fish. There we go. That's a little dude. Shoot, 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 shoot. Oh, I just drifted over a bunch of nests. I was too close. That one had like a 5-pound female. She had like a half-pound male with her. I doubt she's going to hit, but I got to get back up here and try again. I have to try. All right, retied again. I just checked that for phrase. Came off. I don't think he had it. Kind of ridiculous. He's on it. He's got it. Still got it. Little guy. Oh. I need this one to stay on. That's a big fish. Okay. Give me your mouth. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Maybe let's see something else. Never mind. Never mind. I thought I saw my bait down in there, but that's a good fish. It's a good 5-pounder. All right. Gotta get him on the board. All right. There she goes. So I don't know if it makes a difference. I was using the white so I could see it. But I'm using this more natural color now. I picked this color because it kind of looks like a bass. And I figured if these fish are getting territorial, a little thump, something that looks like another bass coming into their in their territory, maybe. Well, the good news is the wind has died down significantly. Well, not significantly, but enough where it's not killer anymore. I'm trying to figure out how hard I'm gonna have to paddle to get back home. All right, just got this little guy out of this little cutback here. We're on the west bank, and I figured, well, there's a couple places I wanted to throw, but because it's so cold, the alligators are all piled up in them. They're all freaking out when I get close, so I don't want to mess with them. But there's some places along the shoreline here that have little pockets, and I know that the canal here is deep. It's fairly deep. I mean, it's not like crazy, but you know, deep for Florida, or deep for here. So the canal is deeper, and the fish are bedding up on the edges here. So I'm assuming that most of them are going to be right on the other edge of these hydrilla groupings. And I just threw back in there, and this guy hit the worm. Let's see if there's another one. I'm going to cast just like that. I actually just let it sit, and I was adjusting myself. Yeah. And then as I picked it up, line was tight. So nothing on that one. It's not a big fish. Still looking for another monster or two. Would be nice. If I get lucky, I'll go back up there and hook into that one that broke off this morning. It's a little guy. But same type of place I figured they'd be at. Back out of this. Come here. In there. That was close. Good thing this thing kind of floated for the longest time. If this was any heavier, it sank down, man. Whew.